Hi, I'm Reagan. Welcome to your 20-minute shoulder and wrist focused yoga practice. This is a very mindful practice, and there's a lot of inspiration and, as we call in yoga, dharma weaved into this. So stay tuned for lots of talk on finding your authentic expression and showing up with calmness, with gratitude, with joy, and ways that feel true to you. So let's get started. We'll get started in child's pose. Bring your big toes to touch, knees out wide, maybe as wide as your mat. Begin to melt your chest down and crawl your fingertips long toward the top of your mat. Now, if you want a little more of a shoulder and tricep stretch to begin, you can bend your elbows and send your fingertips back toward your neck. Wherever you are, allow your heart to soften down into your mat. Notice how your breath travels through your body. In this child's pose, just observe what shows up in your body. So often we don't take a moment to slow down and check in with ourselves. So check in. Begin to silence your mind, because the quieter we become, the more we can hear. So what can you hear? Notice if you can deepen your breath a little bit more. And imagine sending your breath along your entire spine to create length there. Open up through your shoulders. So visually imagine your breath flooding that area with life. In yoga, we say prana is our life force, and pranayama is our breath. So we're breathing in that life force. It's the extension, the lengthening of that life force. When you're ready, find your way up to a tabletop. The shoulders stack over wrists, hips over knees, and just gently shift side to side. Draw some circles with your spine. And then when you're ready, we'll move into our cat and cow. So as you inhale, lower your belly, take your gaze up to the ceiling and send breath into your chest to expand. On your next exhale, arch your back, chin to chest, belly button pulls into your rib cage. Inhale, lower your belly, look up, open through your chest and your breath there. Exhale out, and use your exhale to help you round and find that length through your spine. Find a few more rounds just like that. And if you'd like to get creative with it, you can add in some movements. You can circle it out, shift back and forth. So our yoga practice is all about cultivating what feels unique, what feels authentic to us. It's completely different from one person to the next because we're all different. We need something different. So notice what you need in this moment, and it can vary day to day, moment to moment. So be with this version of you and be with what you need in this moment. Now find your way back through center. We'll head into some wrist stretches. So flip your palms to face the ceiling, fingers forward, wrists back. If you're not used to this, it can be a bit much. But just gently shift back and forth, and you decide how much pressure you put in. You can always shift more into your knees and just barely press into your hands, or come really far forward. Bend your elbows, shift side to side. Again, take what works for you, what feels authentic to you, and it doesn't have to be what anyone else is taking or what I'm doing. One more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Flip your palms back over. Then turn your left hand out to the left, so fingers towards your knee. Right hand out to the right, so wrist forward, fingers back. Your hands may be out to the sides or all the way back, wrist forward. Shift it forward and back. So same thing. You can draw some circles. Shift side to side. Breathe into this and be with this. Notice if any judgments show up. If it's uncomfortable, notice what shows up. What are your thoughts about that? And can we see things objectively as they are instead of from our subjective opinions? In yoga, we call that samskaras, or neural pathways, which quite often serve us, but sometimes they don't. Sometimes we get stuck in old ways of thinking. We'll come back through center, palms back down, and take a few breaths. It could be a few more cat and cows or just some shifts. So can we let go of those patterns that no longer serve us and move into what does serve us in this version? And come back through center Come to sit on your heels this time, and then interlace your hands, palms up to the sky. So think you're creating length and space through your arms, shoulders roll down, palms press up to the sky. Breathe in, lengthen through your spine, send your breath through your entire center of your body. And breathe out. Now bend your right elbow, so right elbow comes behind your head, left elbow towards the mat, and then press your head back into that right elbow gently. So you're opening up through that right shoulder. If you want a little more, you can take a side stretch left. Breathe in here, maybe let your eyes fall closed. And breathe out here. Come back through center, we'll switch. Hands over to the right, left elbow behind your head. Press your head back gently. Long spine here. Option to take that little lean over to the right. And again, a couple breaths. Close your eyes if you'd like. And just be with this. Notice what it feels like. What does it feel like to be in your body right now? Come back through center. Release your hands, shake it out, let that go. Now we'll interlace our hands behind us, so palms together, knuckles towards the mat, and notice your shoulders rolling back, so you're opening through your chest and the fronts of your shoulders. Knuckles towards the mat, heart towards the sky, look up. Open up through your chest. Squeeze your palms in. Breathe through your chest. Find those even inhales and exhales, or breathing equally in and out. One more full breath. Inhale. Exhale. Start to rise up. Palm squeeze in, chin into chest, round forward. Forehead comes towards your knees and towards the mat. And now bring your arms overhead as much as possible. So shoulders are still squeezing in. Arms overhead towards that side wall. One more inhale. And exhale out. Inhale, rise up. And then just shake out your arms, let it go, release it. And then from here, we'll come to sit. So extend your right leg out long, left foot inside the right inner thigh for Janu Shirshasana. As you inhale, arms reach up, rotate your torso to the right, and exhale to bow over that right leg with length. So again, you're inhaling, sending breath through your spine. Exhale, bow. Use that right hip flex to the front of your hip to help you bow here. It's one more full breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise up. Now your left hand grounds behind you. Shift into that left shin, stargazer. So hips up, heart back, look back towards that right hand. Open up through your chest, big breath in. Breathe out, bend your right elbow, right hand behind your head, and squeeze that elbow and shoulder back. Inhale here. Exhale, lower. And then we'll switch it out. So left leg extends long, right foot comes in. This time, inhale, arms up. Rotate left, exhale to bow. You're folding over that left leg. So we're finding length and bowing. You can grab onto your foot, shin, ankle. Hands can even come down. Inhale for length. And exhale out, being with exactly where you are in this moment. Inhale, rise up. It's stargazer this side, so right hand plants down. Shift into that right shin. Left arm up, look back, hips up, heart open. Breathe into this. Inhale. Exhale, left hand behind your head. Squeeze that shoulder and elbow open. Breathe in. Breathe out, lower down. And then from here, we'll roll back over our legs. You can roll over them or just send them behind you. Coming back to tabletop. Now on your next breath and right arm reaches for the sky. Pull your hips in line. I always tend to open them up. You're going to keep them in line here. So you're rotating more through your spine, not your hips. Right arm to the sky and start to circle out that right shoulder. You can add in some wrist circles as well. Again, finding what feels authentic to you. Maybe add in some goalposts. You squeeze that elbow and shoulder back. And it's one more breath. Right hand behind your head. Inhale, look up. Squeeze it open a little bit more. Breathe in again. And breathe out. Release. Thread the needle. Right arm reaches under the left side. Right shoulder and right cheek ground to the mat. Now leave your left hand down. You'll press your left hand down into the mat. And notice that peels your left shoulder up more. So you're stacking your shoulders. Breathe into it. Then breathe out of it. Unwind back to your tabletop. Right hand down. This time, left arm reaches for the sky. Again, hips are stabilized, core pulls in. We're rotating through our spine, look up. And start to add in some movement. Circle out that wrist and that shoulder. This side may feel a little different, so take something a little different. It doesn't have to be the same. You don't have to force yourself to take something because you think you need to, you think someone else expects you to, or because you did on the other side. Take what you need. So yoga helps us tune into what we need most and how to really listen to ourselves and serve ourselves. Left hand behind your head, look up, squeeze it open. Inhale here. Exhale, release, thread the needle, left arm reaches through. And then our right hand plants to the mat. Press through that hand, rotate through the middle of your spine. It's one more breath. Unwind it, tabletop. From here, tuck your toes. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Hips elevate to the sky and heels melt towards the earth. It's okay if they're not touching, but you're actively drawing them down. And then start to pedal out your feet. Bend into one knee, bend into the other. Shift your hips side to side. And breathe into this. Now crawl your hands back to meet your feet. Uttanasana, forward fold at the back of your mat. Bend your knees a lot, ragdoll. Take hold of opposite elbows, head, neck, and chest are heavy, and add in some movement. Sway side to side. Nod your head yes. Shake it no. Hang even heavier, let something go. Hands release to the mat, and we'll walk it back out to a high plank and then tabletop, knees down. Come to sit, so you'll send your legs long in front of you. And lower all the way down to your back. So you can take it slow and use your core to help you lower. Once you arrive there, walk your feet in. We'll set up for bridge pose. Setu Bandha Sarvangasana. So hips start to lift up. Walk your shoulders underneath you. Interlace your hands. So palms are squeezing in. See if you can really squeeze those shoulder blades together. Now tuck your tailbone under and then thighs energetically squeeze in. So an active pose here. You can stay here for a couple of breaths or play around with grounding through the right foot. Maybe start to hover that left leg. Kick it up. Lift those hips high. Inhale. Exhale, release left foot down. So again, stay down or right leg up. Same thing. Flex that foot like you're stomping on the ceiling. Breathe in. Right foot down if it's lifted. Release your hands and lower down to your spine. Knees fall side to side. And hug both knees in. Wrap your arms around your legs. Give yourself a big hug. Show yourself some kindness, some gratitude. As you are in this moment, we are enough. You don't need to wait for some future promise to feel joy, to feel present, to feel ease. What if we begin to cultivate that right now in this version? Because I've come to learn that there will always be something else. Lower down if you're not already, and we'll find happy baby while I finish that little ramble. So grab your feet and rock side to side. You can extend one leg or the other and invite in any final poses that are calling you. So as I was saying, there will always be something else, right? It feels like just when we get over one thing, something else shows up, whether it's challenges in life, stressors, busyness, work projects. Once we get through something, there's something else waiting, right? And once we get that next thing we want, there's challenges that come with that. So it's up to us to currently, in the present moment, create what we're seeking. We're seeking ease. How do we call more of that in? We're seeking joy, gratitude. How do we call more of that in now instead of waiting until later? When you're ready, gently release your feet. So we'll take a few moments here for our Shavasana. Release your arms to your sides or hand to heart, hand to belly. And take this time for you, for ease, for stillness, to just notice your breath, notice your thoughts. And in meditation, it's not about getting rid of our thoughts. It's just about observing them, about taking a step back from them and noticing any stillness, any space between them. Or noticing where our mind wanders to and bringing it back to the present moment. Maybe you count your breath or notice sensations in your body. So find just a few minutes here, and I will call you out when it's time. Shavasana. Take a breath in and a breath out. Reach your arms overhead for a good morning stretch and start to roll out your wrists and ankles. Gently press your way up to a comfortable seat with your eyes still closed. Hands come together at heart center, Anjali Mudra. Coming to our heart center where we are whole, we are complete. We'll take one more breath together. Inhale, fill up, invite something in, invite an energy. Exhale, release something that no longer serves you. The light and the love in me sees and honors that exact same light and love in each and every one of you. Together we bow forward. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you feel recharged, rejuvenated, and ready to either start or end your day. And I'll see you again soon.